Hello everyone and welcome back to the graveyard. So, before we start this video, I would just like to let everyone know that this is being recorded after the actual recording. After editing, and dear God did it take quite a while to edit, I'm going to be putting this in the beginning as a small precursor. This video is just over 2 hours long, and it was almost 6 hours of actually recording after I looked at the actual raw footage. My timer was off. But it is what it is. This has been a wonderful experience, a wonderful game filled with great story, humor, and everything in between. Some sad moments, some happy moments, some absolutely hilarious moments. Much to deal with Comrade Donkey, of course. But this is the end of the series. This is the last video of Graveyard Keeper that I will be making for a very long time. At least a year. I might come back to it again next year at some point, but boy oh boy is that going to be a walk down memory lane. Maybe next time I won't have any of the DLCs in. Maybe it'll just be the straight up game. Who knows? Or maybe you guys can suggest what you want to see for the next series for this. So with that, I say thank you for watching, and thank you for any of you who stuck around from video 1 to this is, I want to say, video 54? I think? Anyhow, thanks for watching, and I will see all of you next time. Later. And welcome back to the graveyard, everybody. I'm Will, and this is Gaming on the Side. So, for today, we will be working towards getting to the Misty Quagmire. However, the camp is only at 8 positivity right now. I could make Theodoro's workbench with that, but I would still need to make the tent in order to talk with him about the Misty Quagmire, so we're going to go and talk with Clotho about it. What is that? Oh, just, I can ignore that. Anyhow. Clotho! Ooh, you do remember something. Let's ask. Clotho, do you know any of the previous keepers? Let me think, my sweet. I do remember one. I think he was the third. He was so cute, so gallant, and so smart. And those glasses, oh my. He gave me the most delightful cures for my sciatica and hypertension. Okay, so pain and high blood pressure. And in return, I taught him how to revive the dead. Interesting. So I'm actually the 5th graveyard keeper then. About that Misty Quagmire. Clotho, do you know where the Misty Quagmire is? Misty Quagmire? Oh, my dear, I beg you, don't go there. Don't go there. The heart of the swamps, veiled in darkness, full of suffering. It will consume you. Dark rituals have defiled that ancient land. No more beauty, no purity, and no peace. Like an ancient soul caught in a web of vices, like a fragile butterfly reborn as a ferocious parasite. Tell me, do you feel its pain? Tell me. Clotho? What? Clotho? Clotho! She's not herself. What should I do? A rotten-winged demon haunts you, whispering your name in the gloom, asking again and again for a blood sacrifice. Clotho, look
Tira.
upon me, ancient god. Look upon me and weep, though I care not for your tears.
Hini.
What? Keeper, what a
Tira.
pleasant surprise. You visit me so rarely.
Hini.
How can this old lady help you? She doesn't remember anything, but Jesus, what was that? You know what? I'll be back later. Yeah, now I can understand what they were talking about when they were saying that she was mentally ill. Her former mindscape, if you will, was completely destroyed after everything that happened. My word. Okay, so I guess we will be going up to the refugee camp and having to finish more of that off. Ooh, 9.99. You're really gonna disrespect me like that, knowing that I need 10 to make another tent. You gonna do me like this? Seriously? You're not gonna take over? Like, I've left you guys a bunch of high quality food. Grated carrots. Huh. I left them some carrots, and it seems that they've turned that into a different food since they have... meant to put 9 there, not 19. Ah, well, screw it, it doesn't really matter. Alright, since it's obviously not going to take over at night, first off, how dare you? But secondly, hey, there's the first of 3 big things I'm gonna have to build. Oh boy. And yeah, this one's gonna take a little while, isn't it? Yikes. Hey, there it goes. I can't do anything here, but Theodora will be able to, so that's nice. And I really should try and collect some bees. Oh, right. Speed potion. I'm so used to walking slowly, doing off-camera stuff, that I just kind of got used to it. Oh well. Alright, let's harvest our own honey and see if we get any bees. Anything? No. No bees so far. Well, that's 2, but I need 10, so that... I need another 8. Come on, help me out. Nope. Bad bee luck today. Nah. Let's see, there's one over at Beekeeper's house that we could grab from, and then a couple above Corey's place. So let us teleport. Disgusting. Dead horse. Hello, Garden Dark. Now known as Bernard. I'll never get over that. But is Bernard our guard in the dark? No bee luck. My lord. What is it gonna take, game? Just give me the bees. Do I have to buy more from Beekeeper? Honestly, he probably won't have enough to sell me the quantity that I need. Ooh, another memory. There was a long line here. Corey, Adam, Miller, Merchant, and 5 others. All elegantly dressed, with flowers and gifts. Oh, they're here to woo Rose. Shepherd appears, pushes everyone to the sides, takes Rose in his hands, kisses her lips, and carries her away. Well, looks like Shepard knew exactly what he wanted, and he went out and he got it. Period. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about that one. You know, there was some more stuff, like, yeah, around here. Up in this area, I want to say? Yeah, here's one. Miss Charm swims in crystal clear water. What a magnificent sight. Wagner watches Miss Charm from nearby in the bushes. Nearly naked, she returns to the beach, and Wagner inhales deeply and starts writing an inspired poem. Of course. Because it's Wagner, of course. What else would he be doing? Seriously. And I find our end here in this place a little interesting in and of itself, because as we saw, we wanted to go home with our love, or we wanted to go to our love. Hey, you know what? Since the bridge is there, that means that this area down here, this is the plinth where it was destroyed. You know, it'd be a pretty cool DLC or a pretty kick-ass mod to, like, rebuild this structure and, like, bring back the old faith for the ancient god. You know, we're guaranteers of the contract, but at the same time, wouldn't putting things back to the way that they had been before, where everything was working rather perfectly? You know, think of it like the Assassin's Creed games, where, you know, you can buy the aqueducts and whatnot, you know? Well, why don't you save up and get a whole bunch of stone and rebuild the aqueducts? Maybe even help Heredric rebuild the old temple. You know, stop playing coy, you know. Oh, you know, that's just what I've read in a book. Just have the Keeper be open and honest with him. Look, guys, I saw the history. Speaking of which, I'm thinking of going through and playing each of those videos and recording them all for one long video. What do you guys think? I think that might be the very final video that I ever actually play for Graveyard Keeper. At least for this particular series. Who knows? I might come back to it one day after about a year or so. You know, let everything fade from memory, and then come back and enjoy it all over again. King Jerry, though. King Jerry. Oh, right. Why did I come all the way back over here? I needed to buy more bees from Beekeeper. Sidetracked. Truly, I get sidetracked way too easily. Beekeeper, how many bees you got? You have 13. And with the 2 that I have, that's 15. That lets me build another thing for the refugees, and it also allows me to... Why am I walking up here? I need to get back towards my area. It'll allow me to keep 5 to potentially expand my own honey farm, but this will also finish off one more of the beehives for them. And yeah, it is done, and refugee camp, and hooray. And let me talk with her. I forget. I did build 2. It's like being chained down the last one. I've built the hives. Hey, up to 100. From this moment forward, your life will be much sweeter. Oh, you're such a treasure. I'm so happy. But, I should have predicted this, but I remember I promised to tell you my culinary secrets. So, what recipes do you want to know? Raccoon thyroid stew. Really now? The vegetable set. Nice. The milk processing, cheese, butter, cream of mushroom. In lentil we trust. Hey! And honey cake. Nice! How much of the food did you fill out? I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to go. My lord. Okay, well that's taken care of, but there you are. What are your quests? I'll be short. Do you want to give me some work, Graveyard Keeper? Do you want me to give you some work, Graveyard Keeper? Yes. Depends on the amount of work and the payment. Good. I need a gravestone for one of my acquaintances. But my tools are back in the town. Could you provide other tools? Yes, and my condolences for your loss. What happened to your acquaintances? Well, according to the newspapers, I strangled him on our wedding night. But of course, that's just a vile lie. It's a lie. Just like all the gossip about the asphyxiations of my previous 3 husbands. Black Widow indeed. It was all just a series of accidents. You know how it is, wild passion, alcohol, role-playing, special toys for... Okay, stop, please. What exactly do you need from me? 5 iron chisels and 10 wooden wedges. In exchange, I'll give you some serious discount on my stuff. You know what? I can make those easily. Let's head back to Sweet Home. Hello, berry pies. Iron chisels. I need more sticks. Any flimsy trees around? Yeah, here's one here. Ow. I think so. It was 5 chisels, right? And it was 6 per... No, 2 per craft. No, that's steel. 4 per craft, so I need 20 sticks. Yikes. Is there anywhere where I can still dig up old bushes and whatnot? Nothing over there, I know that for a fact. Is there anything perhaps over here? Hey! So that's 8. Nope. No. Damn it. 10. 12. How about you? Do you give sticks or do you just give logs? No, that's 2 more sticks. 14. 16. Oh, I'm out of energy. Awesome. That is 17. 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, now that that's taken care of, we can head back to Sweet Home. Make up a few more simple iron parts because I never trust my memory on how much things actually take. And I'm pretty sure that it was a decent amount. I could be wrong. 3 apiece. 5 iron chisels, and I've got wooden wedges for days over in the wood chest. Back from when I was quarrying marble and, what's it called? Marble and stone by hand. Not having zombies do it for me. Am I out of inventory? I am out of inventory. Well, you know what? I don't need the flesh. I don't need these last 3 simple iron parts. I don't need this 1 piece of stone. Nor do I need this 1 stick. Okay, so there that is. And there is 10. And now, I shall see you all back in just a moment. And we are in fact back. So then, let us find where Miss Undertaker is. I do not see her down there. There she is. Most can't even survive a week with me. Yes, yes, yes. Your 10 wooden wedges. And 5 chisels. Great, I'll start work immediately. I hope my dead husband's relatives will be satisfied. The thing is, they already sent me a couple of threatening letters. Just in case, could you please build a workbench for me so I can do my work more effectively? I could. That's great. Unfortunately, it will probably be similar to his, where it took like 10 planks. Yeah, 10 planks, 16 nails, and then 8 out of 10 happiness. Wait, don't I have 8? I do, so why does it tell me that I do? No, William, you're stupid. It needs 10 out of 10. Congratulations. Okay, well, how are y'all doing with the food situation? You have made quite a bit of grated carrots. Okay. I guess I could just bring up some flitch, some nails, and whatnot. You know what? Let me drop off these. William, you're stupid. Okay. There's that. And then we needed 16 nails in total? Yeah, because that's just 4 flitch. Alright, I'll also need 4 more happiness to get the next couple of people moved in. Alright, but this is... yeah, just 4 flitch, 10 planks, and 14 more nails. Alright, let us head back to Sweet Home then. 4 flitch. A total of 14 nails to bring back. There's 8. And this is 20. Okay. Oh no, and my potion wore off at some point. Well, that sucks. Perhaps I'll just have Comrade Donkey bring some more corpses at some point. Hey! Y'all almost got me there. That was almost dangerous. Absolutely terrifying, those bats. If only I had a way to get rid of them. Okay. Well, first things first. Since we're waiting for now anyways, may as well get the 3rd beehive under construction. The 3rd and final, it looks like. And, oh, right, I didn't even get planks. Well, I mean, I suppose that's all well and good, because I would need to make more flitch for that anyways. 1 track behind, I swear. Boom. And then we head back to Sweet Home. Make up 12 billets. And then make up 10 planks. Now, I'm certain that you guys don't want to see me just standing here and doing this for the next 5 minutes or so, so I shall be right back. So, I have come to the conclusion that I will try and finish off the rest of this particular DLC in this video. So, be expecting somewhere between a 40-minute and hour-long video. So, let's get this residential tent built up. Seems to be the last one. And then I shall wait here and wait for the refugee happiness to once again grow. So, when that time pardon me. When that time comes, I shall be back. Actually, to hell with that. I just noticed that I can talk with Theodoro. Oi, good work. Now we have new vacancies in our camp. Soon my friends will join us. Why can't they come right away? It's dangerous for them to remain in the town. There are many obstacles. Besides, it's not easy to abandon your home, your relatives, and your community. Not to mention, it's no easy task to leave the town in secret. As a matter of fact, it's mortally dangerous. The town guard have lists of people who are counted by Inquisition as possible heretics. Then let's be patient. And finally, there must be 11 people in the camp. Are you kidding me? How many people do we have? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? I'm gonna wait for everybody to stop moving and then I will count. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is everybody moving again? Oh my god. 6, 7, 8. 8, 9. Master Alaric should make 10. So this should be 11, but something tells me that they're not counting. Or, oh no, it's only 1 of 1. Boom. So now there are 11 people. Theodoro. Get over here. You know, Keeper, it's amazing. We were miserable fugitives, frightened, helpless, desperate, and doomed. Now, we're becoming proud settlers, looking forward to the future with bravery and hope. This would have been impossible without your help, my dear friend. Well, yep, it would be silly to deny it, but it's thanks to you as well. Moreover, we have serious potential for further development. I spoke in secret with the head of the local village, Heradric. He wouldn't mind establishing a regular trade with us, and so on. I'm sincerely happy for you and your people, Marquis. So it's high time to grant you the final part of your fee. A full gold? 3 statues, a gold inglet, universal bag, recipe, universal bag, and a book. And a little something from me personally. This book, a close friend wrote it. They cut him down while we were escaping from prison. Thank you a lot, Marquis. Thanks a lot to you, my friend. Developed camp, alright. Okay, so thankfully I was actually able to hold all of this. Recipe, use, now I know how to create that. What are you? Open. Oh my god, you store stuff. You store the things that I really don't need cluttering up my inventory. Actually, no, I don't need you. The books, nor do I need carrots or a gold bar. Oh my god, that is so nice. That is amazing. Wait, where am I going? Our minds are free, my friends. We've left the shackles of the prison cells behind. Okay, it's time for you to uphold your end of the deal. Are you ready to talk about the Misty Quagmire? The Quagmire. Do you even know anything about the place, Graveyard Keeper? A little. It's the place where your father found the Necronomicon. He studied it, and the consequences were, shall we say, awful. I can't even imagine to know what you've been through. I went there once, and I swore I'd never return again. All hope dies in that place. The Quagmire fills you with pain, horror, and despair. And even if you leave the Quagmire forever, it will find you in your nightmares. Sounds sinister? Well then, you just have to show me the road, and you can stay here. You've every right to be scared. Scared? I can't afford to be scared or weak. I'm the leader of these people. Of course. How can you help them overcome their fears if you can't deal with your own? Indeed. After all, our family has always had courage. And liver problems. Liquid courage, then. Then it's decided. Follow me. This is the Misty Quagmire. Do you hear it? We have disturbed this place. It's awakening. I wouldn't say I'm afraid or anything, but let's try to make this quick. I'll do my best. Quagmire really is a creepy place. Let's hope that it's worth it. The air got colder. The magic eye probably attracted the Quagmire's dreams. The woman in the black and gold cloak was here, and she was carrying a book. It must be the Necronomicon that Marquis Teodoro Sr. had found a year later. The Vampire Queen, she performed the ritual, but what was its purpose? Well, we saw what ritual was last done here. There was magical ice fire here. I see blue flames consuming a bone leg. It's apparently the leg of the spirit of the dungeon. It's still here, buried in the soil. And before I do that... Six vampires stood here in a semicircle. It must have been part of some sort of ritual. Only riddles and no answers. I need more information. I see something interesting. There was a woman hiding here. I can't quite make her out. A spy? The vampires attacked her. She's lying there, motionless. Is she dead? The Vampire Queen approaches. She sees the woman. She drops the Necronomicon. Six spots of burned grass. The vampires, the queen burned them alive. I don't understand. It's meaningless. It's madness. Oh? The charred shoe of a vampire. Maybe some memory tincture will help me sense this. Best to do that somewhere else. My teeth are chattering from the cold around here. Looks like I'm spending some more silver. And a leg bone. There doesn't seem to be anything else that I can do around here. I'm ready to go back, Marquis. There is no return, human. Face this and accept your destiny. Marquis, what are you talking about? I have been waiting for so long. Retribution, mankind's greatest obsession, and the greatest weapon against it. I don't know who the hell you are, but leave this body and don't you dare do anything bad to it. I was pure and innocent until the humans came. You killed each other again and again, bathing me in your blood, filling me with your vices, your intolerance, and your hatred. But I struggled, I resisted until the woman came to me. And her dark rituals mutilated and defiled me. And now I will share my pain with you. Wait, I have an offer for you, Quagmire. A very handsome offer. What's the use of just punishing the two of us when you could punish hundreds or thousands? Just solve a simple riddle and I'll bring them to you. Otherwise, you'll let us go free. I will listen to your simple riddle, human. Great, here we go. What's the principle of the Large Hadron Collider? You fucking kidding me. 3, 2, 1. You've lost. What happened? I'm so weak. My body, it's like I'm full of lead. We're out of here now. Marquise, now! Who the f was that? I can still hear her in my head. She's whispering that I don't deserve to live. I'm a bad person, a bad commander. I'm useless and helpless, and my parents died because of me. You just need a rest, Marquis. A little sleep and you'll feel... Ah, crap. Just when I thought the worst was behind us. Marquis, run! I'll leave you alone against them? You're in no condition to help. Run, I say! But the Vampire Queen sent them. She's afraid that this means... She's afraid this means I'm getting close at last. Hello, you son of a bitch! You are significantly weaker than the guys that are down in the dungeon. I have to hurry. That wasn't the only ambush she laid. I need to make the memory tincture as soon as possible and check out this shoot from the Quagmire. And thankfully, we are right here next to Clotho. And I'll probably need 3. That's how it worked last time. Six just to be on the safe side. Use refugee camp. Tanner? Tell me, good lad, did someone ask you to bring something for me? A note? Actually, no. Did something happen? You look really sick. It's sleeplessness and nerves. I can't stop thinking of my son. He's in terrible trouble. Can you tell me more? He was one of the king's guards. He dreamt of being a guard since he was a child, but recently... Sorry, it's difficult for me to tell. He happened to sneeze during the king's solemn speech on the holiday of great purification, and they reprimanded him. I wish. He was fired, lost his home and all of his savings, and even given an enormous fine. I had to sell my tanning workshop, and it's only covered part of my son's fine. That's terrible. As you know, even now, living as an outcast, I'm still a mother, and I have to help my kid. Could I ask you to build a tanning workbench for me? Even here, I could still earn a little extra money for my son. I'll do it. Excellent. That is now taken care of. And that will be the third and final thing for over here. 0.44 only, though. Do we have enough food to last? Oh yeah, they've got, oh my god, they've got 30 honey. Oh hell. Or did I put that here? No, I only put like 13 honey in here. Either way. Alright, and I suppose run back and make the memory tincture. Though I can't remember the recipe. I do remember it's made in the alchemy workshop, though. Or no. I think it was... No, it was... Was it made in the church? What adventure was it made in the alchemy workshop, too? Oh, hell. I have no recollection, if I'm being perfectly honest. But either way, we need to go down into the basement of the church. I came the absolute worst possible way that you possibly could. Possibly. There's probably rotting corpses down there at this point since it's 6 of 6 and there's no more carrots. I probably ignored some bells. Thank you for the story and the faith. Not that I really use them anymore, but thank you nonetheless. Go there. And you... Well, the story's gone. Or, no, it's not. Is it? I knew it. Either way, we won't know until we try. No, not here, so it's definitely over here in this one. Memory tincture, and I need gold powder, and you know what? I took the rest of my gold upstairs because I needed to make gold bars and so on. Could I potentially... You know what? I know for a fact that I have a gold bar. Or... No. Damn it. Open. You. Close. If I study you, can I potentially turn you into dust? No. My god, that's a lot of red. Alright, this simply means that we need to teleport up to Sweet Home, walk out, drop off all of the useless crap in my inventory. Okay, well, some of it anyways. Grab a gold ore. You know, even though I've gotten plenty more silver out of the iron, I have yet to see another gold ore ever since I pulled those first couple out of the iron deposits. Even with getting the mining sense or whatever it was called. Rather distressing. Because I was told, hey, once you get that, you're basically set. You'll be getting at least 1 gold nugget out of every 10. Okay. Looks like we're making 2. And we have just passed the 41-minute mark, so this is probably going to be an hour long. Use. Ah! Nothing. Okay, let's try son of a... Is it really gonna be the third one again? Come on, damn it. Do I have any more silver down here? Damn. A man can hope. Alright. Let's get down there one more time. My god, what I would do for a speed increase right about now. I honestly think this is what filled the vast majority of the hours that I have put into this game, is just walking around in this slow-ass form, because I didn't... Well, 1, I didn't know about speed-up potions, and 2... as much as I wanted to put time into alchemy, it just didn't seem good enough for recording purposes. It's the same reason why I wound up backing off of the dungeon for the most part. They just got longer, and it really wasn't interesting to watch. Hell, it wasn't interesting to play. Is third time the charm. Ah! Yes! Finally. No, Carl, it won't work out. Can't you see it's completely idiotic? I agree. It's totally lame. Even worse than your idea to cook up and drink blood substitute. Guys, this won't be like last time. I've really thought this one through. You say that every time, Carl. Dude, cut the chit-chat. We're already late. She's going to be furious. Carl, get your ass dressed and let's go. It'll all work out. We're gonna earn some serious money, and we won't ever need to work for her again. Carl, brother, please remember who you are. Who we all are. Face it, we're outcasts, freaks. People will never accept us, no matter what you do. No, they will. I'll prove it, and you'll see. I'm tired of being a nobody, brother. Oh, Carl. You'll see when I get another loan and buy that cool post office with the donkeys. Then I'll buy some nobles' horses, organize the right advertising, and get my first big orders from the aristocracy. You'll see. You will all see. Vampire Carl, who intends to buy a post office with donkeys, noble horses. Very interesting. I need to talk with Donkey. Talk with him about his... Oh. I've already taken you for all that you are good for to me. Oh god. You, however, I can still take the blood out of you. I don't care that you're a rotten corpse. You get out of my sight. And I still have plenty of carrots. And this will give me the blood that I need for another tincture. Or rather, for another speed potion. Hooray. Also, carrots. Donkey shall be here tonight. And in the meantime, I shall make another potion. So, I shall see you all when that happens. One moment. And once again, I prove myself the fool and the buffoon. Because I will drink that, and now we are moving at a decent pace. I have the leg, damn it. I need to just get down there. Number 8. And of course, this nostalgic music. Like, the scoring in here is nice. The music, however, is a bit too loud for my taste, especially when you're not expecting it for the first time and it just blasts in your ears. Nope, wrong way. I've been down in these places so many times that it's not funny. Down here, and then over, and now we are here. Hello! In case you're here to mock me of my disability, I remind you that I don't care. Did you want your leg back? Here it is. I can't believe it. My leg! My precious leg! My precious! My precious! Oh, how I have missed you. This is the best day since the day of my induction into the priesthood of the ancient god. Oh? I'm so happy. Now I'll be able to ask that baby puppy for a slow waltz. That babe puppy. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I care about nothing but what about I care about nothing and despite nothing? Screw you! I love ghosts. Okay, so that seems to take care of that then. Okay, and now we wait for Comrade Donkey's arrival. So once again, I shall see you then. And here we are, folks. Donkey should drop off this body and I should be able to talk with him. No carrots, no body. What? My guy, I've got your carrots. Damn it! Wait! Listen to me, it's really important. What is the name of your owner? Capitalist Bastard is his name. No, his real name, damn it. What do his clients call him? You must know. Let me remember. Master Carl, I believe. Yippee, Carl. What luck. I need to talk to him urgently. It is a matter of life and death. Wait, it smells suspiciously of some counter-revolutionary activity. Why would you think that? I was merely preparing a lecture for him. Private property is the worst sin. That won't make a dent. He's hopeless, but I like your way of thinking. I'll bring him to you as soon as possible. And I would like to be able to make another potion. Ooh, and you know what? You are the first flipping corpse since the original Dark Heart that I had to take out that has shown up with a Dark Heart. How dare you be so disrespectful to me? And hopefully he brings his master tomorrow. Speed solution. Oh my god, if the next time I do a playthrough of this, like, I'm writing this down. Like, I need to have these, period, end of story. But, until then, I shall see you in but a moment. The hell, Donkey just showed up at the middle of the night? What is going on? Did you leave me something in the... I looked away for 3 seconds. And here it... Whoa. Are you tied up, my guy? At last, Vampire Carl, the guy who will reveal all the secrets. I was always sure that one fine day you would start cutting up living people. I hope you were smart enough to eliminate all the witnesses of the kidnapping. He's a vampire and I'm going to interrogate him. Do you mind? Not at all. Have fun. Where am I? Who are you? I'll sign anything. I'll confess. Well, whatever you want. Just don't hurt me. This will be easier than I thought. That's good to hear. So tell me everything you know about the woman in the black and gold cloak. I'll say nothing. What? You can torture me. You can kill me. But that's my final word. But you just said... Keeper, I'm sorry, but... I just can't bear it. You really call this nonsense an interrogation? Stop making a fool of yourself and find a professional. I'm sure Shepard will be happy to help with this. Are you kidding me? It's so early in the morning. Shepard's not even going to be out for several hours. It's not cool, man. But thank you, Donkey, for showing up. I was expecting you tomorrow night, not early in the morning. Even though I wasn't quite ready. Like, I had my headphones off and everything, like... the mic was all the way up, just done. Hey, well, at least there are some people out, but I don't think Shepard will be while his wife is out, so... He is not. Shepard, from where do you come from? Do you come from the house? Do you come from the barn? Can I even enter your house? No. Ah, you do come from the house. Strange as you are, it would not have shocked me the least bit for you to have just appeared out of the side of the barn. Oh god, you people walk so slowly! Even without the speed potion, I am faster than you all. Ask for help with Carl. If you're not too busy, would you mind helping me interrogate a vampire? Why not? There's nothing untoward about helping an aspiring undead hunter at the beginning of his career. An aspiring undead hunter. Oh, it seems we have a misunderstanding here. Don't be embarrassed. I know you've always dreamt of it, just like me in my youth. I know what you seek. To ask, yes, I agree to be your mentor. But And your first lesson shall be the interrogation of a vampire. Listen to the secret tactics of the Order, and you will be the bad guy, I know these tactics, you'll be the good guy. You're a fool, apprentice. I will be the very bad guy. Son of a bitch. That's actually pretty good. Not bad. This place reminds me of the Order's break room. Is that skull a trophy from the battlefield? Skull? No, that's just a trinket. A trinket that I have asked to stop winking. Let's try something easy for starters. I think you should I have some garlic here somewhere. And here it is. Watch and learn, my apprentice. It's your last chance, vampiric spawn. Will you speak? Never! Good, then let's begin. Apprentice, take a head of garlic and eat it. What the hell? Again? Eat it right now, that's an order. Damn it! Good, now lean over the vampire and exhale. Good, will you speak now? Nope. Perfect. We just need to increase the concentration. Apprentice, eat 2 more. Listen, for God's sake, I can't anymore. Let's try something else. Okay, time for my favorite. E flat. My love, your eyes are sweet, similar to bees. It's intolerable. Stop singing. I'll talk. Already? What a lightweight. My God. Shepard, what the fuck was this? The woman in the black and gold cloak, is she really the vampire queen? Sure, and I'm the ghoul sultan. No, man. Vampires are all anarchists. Then who the hell was she? Who knows? She didn't tell us anything about herself. Though obviously she was a powerful magician. She wasn't from the town. She spoke like she was accustomed to ruling, and she used old-fashioned words. Besides, she definitely had some serious mental problems. Okay, why did you work for her? We had an arrangement. We do what she wants, then she cures us of our bloodthirst. But instead, she destroyed our whole clan, all of my brothers. 4 of us were turned into jawbones during our first attempt to kill the 4th keeper. I told my brothers that it was a bad sign, and we should stop working with her, but they didn't listen. Tell me about the ritual in the Mystic Quagmire. Powerful black magic, and its purpose was to kill the 4th keeper. It succeeded, as far as I know. The ritual was completed, and then there was a great blast, and the keeper died. Amazing. That's the answer. She killed the keeper to trigger the ancient curse. That day I was a little late getting to the ritual, but that saved my life. What do you mean? I saw everything while I was hiding in a bush. There was a spy, a woman with red hair. Our mistress sent our brothers to kill her, and they did. But when she approached the spy's body, something incredible happened. She yelled. What a strange yelling it was. And then she burned them all alive. She killed all my brothers, who were only doing as she commanded. I couldn't help them. I was so scared. I can't remember. I just ran and ran. That spy. The woman with red hair. I know a local woman with red hair. Maybe she survived. That's all I want to know. Get the hell out. Seriously? I can go? Are you sure? Get! I should have... Did I hear you right? You called me a trinket? Gary, listen. You have all of my profound apologies, but later. Apologies? Man, can't you see it? It's a cool business idea. You could cover me with gold paint and sell me at the town market. And then I would just pop back here after they're gone. We could do it over and over again. We'd be rolling in gold. Jerry. I really should have talked to him about raising Comrade Donkey's fucking carrot distribution, man. That way he would lay off my— oh god, and I'm poisoned again because of the stupid garlic. Shepard, I hate you. Not nearly as bad as I hate Griswold, but I hate you. Pardon me, everybody. It's about 3 a.m. where I'm at right now. Jane! Speak! You better know. About the ritual in the Misty Quagmire. Jane, you must have been to the Quagmire maybe 30 years ago, for instance? What a strange question, Keeper. It's not that strange, just yes or no, that's all. Look here, who gave you permission to interrogate me? It's a question, but based on your reaction, the answer is yes. And you can think whatever you like, now leave me alone. Jane, I didn't mean to offend you, I just wanted to know... She knows something. How the... Okay. The silence stunned me. I thought the game crashed. Wouldn't be the first time. What the hell do I do next? What? Apologize. Jane, I'm really sorry to be rude, but this mystery must be solved. I can see that this is upsetting you, but please, trust me. I promise that I won't let anything bad happen to you. Jane, please. I'm trying to stop the ancient curse, damn it! This is extremely important. That woman in the black and gold cloak killed the fourth keeper and started the damn curse. And she's the only one who can stop it. I don't know anything, Keeper. That's a lie. I can't help you. Why? Because I don't want to see my sister killed. Clotho, but why would I want to kill her? They all would. The citizens, the villagers, even Heradric if they found out what she did. What she did? What? Jane! Heradric? Speak. Stop spitting on your counter, it's disgusting. Heradric, where does your wife usually go when she's stressed? Usually she doesn't go anywhere, she just throws heavy objects at me. But you might look for her somewhere out on the coast. Out to the coast I shall go. In fact, let's speed this up. Talking Skull. Where the hell are you, Jane? There you are. Jane, what was it that your sister Clotho did? All those things you mentioned. She killed the fourth keeper, and she started the curse. What? You mean the woman in the black and gold cloak was Clotho? That's impossible. Clotho is just a harmless old witch. She couldn't have possibly ordered them to kill you. It's my fault, Keeper. Everything that happened was my fault. I abandoned my sister when she needed me the most, and I betrayed her just like the others. I enjoyed a happy life with Heradric, while Clotho grew mad in loneliness and despair among the swamps. And when we met again, many years after, I discovered that my sister had become a monster. Darkness possessed her. She had become obsessed with dreams of bloody vengeance, with the destruction of the whole world. She kicked me out of her home, but I wouldn't go away. I just couldn't get over it. And when she went to the Quagmire, I followed her in secret. She ordered the vampires to kill me, but that's only because she didn't recognize me. A part of her still loved me, I'm sure of it. That explains one thing. When she saw the vampires had killed her sister, Clotho flew into a fury and vaporized them. How did you survive? My magic. The Quagmire enhances my magic. That's why Clotho chose this place for rituals. You're immortal because you're a priestess. Why does nobody just come out with this? I returned to Clotho's home and I saw her, miserable and insane, crawling among the empty potion bottles. She attempted to kill herself, but she didn't succeed, but badly damaged her mind and her memory irreversibly. And what did you do? I couldn't abandon her again, so I decided to take care of her and keep her a secret. Who knows about this besides you and me? Nobody. They'd kill her if they found out that she brought the ancient curse upon us. I need to talk to Clotho. In the name of the ancient Godkeeper, tell nobody everything that happened is my fault, not hers. Clotho! You're right there. Sweet home. And now we run to Clotho, but we drink another speed potion, that way we don't run out. What? Tell him you found the mouse, son of a gun. Wait a minute, I already did that. How dare you? Screw it, I gotta head there anyways. Oi, I figured it out. About the Fourth Keeper's murderer. I found the woman, Master Alaric, the woman responsible for the return of the ancient curse. That's marvelous news. We must act immediately. The situation in town worsens by the day. Well, who is she? Where is she? She's not far. It's Clotho, the old swamp witch. I've heard about her. Are you sure? Why would she do such a thing? Her sister told me it's because she was driven mad by loneliness and decided to destroy the world. We know the truth! That sounds ridiculous. It can't be the whole truth. Let's go to find out from her directly. It won't be that simple. I'm afraid her memory has been irreversibly damaged. I wouldn't count on her remembering something that happened 30 years ago. I shall have to see and hear for myself. How are you going to go? You burn in the daylight? Okay, well, I guess we got here apparently. Clotho! Oh, Keeper, you frightened me so. I thought it was howling ghouls. Ghouls don't exist, Clotho. Allow me to introduce you to Master Alaric. Madame Clotho, we apologize for disturbing you at such an hour, but our question really is important and very personal. Important and personal? Oh, Master Alaric. It's all so sudden. And a decent woman. As a decent woman, I must refuse you, but I'm afraid, Madame Clotho, you... No need for ceremonies. Call me Clotty, my darling. I should have seen this coming. Clotho is always full of surprises. Clotho, actually, we came to ask you... No, it's me who must ask you. Shall I play the delicate doe, my precious Alaric? Already you cannot resist the urge to grab me. No, stop it. Okay, just one question. Do you remember anything about the ancient curse of the Fourth Graveyard Keeper? No, I don't, but I shall remember passionate moments of our first meeting forever. A midnight abduction. How romantic, how sensual. My heart is forever yours. Whoa. You know the spell. We need a moment to ourselves. Madame Clotho, sorry. What the hell did you do? You took her voice away. No, I deprived you and me of the ability to hear that woman's voice temporarily. Excessive affection for the opposite sex is a key symptom of massive memory loss. You were right. And if she forgot she invoked a curse, there's not much hope that she'll remember how to stop it. Are you sure? The one who called up the curse is the only one who can stop it? Yes, I am. The ancient god said so to my brothers and me. No, he didn't. You weren't even there. We'll just have to accept that we failed, Keeper. Wait, maybe we're mistaken. Maybe Clotho didn't actually start the curse. Distract her for a few minutes. I've waited for this moment my entire life, the man of my dreams. I even picked out a dress for this occasion. Oh, how lovely. Where is it? I'm wearing it. Or did you imagine I'm naked? Clotho, this black and gold cloak I'm holding, is it yours? Yes, it's mine. I don't like it, and I've never worn it. But if you prefer me wearing the cloak for our wedding tomorrow... Master Alaric, let's have another word. It's her cloak. Do you need more evidence? It's too early to give up, I have an idea. Her amnesia isn't total. Maybe it's possible to recover Clotho's memories. I have memory tincture recipe. We can ask Clotho to use the tincture and this cloak. Tincture won't do. The cloak's Magic is too powerful. I can see its aura and it's extremely bright. Such artifacts were made by the ancient god. Spells, potion, rituals, there must be something. Yes, there is something. Black magic, but are you prepared to take that step? These are special circumstances. Yes, I'm ready to do what you suggest. Wow, already over an hour. Sorry about this, guys. An illegal and dangerous spell that the Inquisition uses when a heretic refuses to cooperate. Will penetrate into the deepest layers of her mind and will try to restore her memory from within. But you must know, it will be torture for her. And if we fail, she'll lose what remains of her identity, and she may even die. I don't like it, but what other options do we have? Then I'll take that as a yes. Forgive us, Clotho. We have to do this. What do you mean, my dear? I certainly don't object to marrying this irresistible... Sleep, Clotho. Sleep. It's her missing memory. Go ahead. You need to reconnect her memories with corresponding entities. Sounds complicated. The more links you can restore, the better Clotho's chance for getting her memory back. Start with the first one. Clotho, can you say something? Memories, they're lost in the mist. Point them home. She is the supreme priestess of the ancient god. Everything belongs to her. Her power is limitless. Her will is law. She is betrayed. Her world is destroyed. Her people turn away from her. They despise her. They destroy all that is precious to her. Her disciples, her friends, her sisters, her god, they all leave her. She feels nothing but pain and craves for revenge. Right answer. This memory is returning home. Clotho fills it with black magic day and night, without food or sleep, 170 years in a row. Spell by spell, ritual by ritual, further and darker and creepier. Death is not enough. Clotho's enemies must suffer. Thousands of victims are not enough. Humankind must be extinguished utterly. But whatever Clotho contrives, it is not enough, and so she continues to write in it. The Endless Notebook? Wrong answer. Okay, so it's gotta be the Necronomicon then. Right answer. This memory is returning home. Uncontrollable, irreversible, unstoppable chaos. The one thing that Clotho desires. Countless hordes of walking dead, cutting down men, women, and children. This is what Clotho desires. Only the ancient contract holds it back. Clotho must find a way to break the contract, and it will return. Right answer. Despised outcasts, willing to do anything to get rid of their troubles. Must be the vampires. It's so easy to manipulate them, just give them hope. They collect information for Clotho. They kidnap, torture, and contaminate a priest for Clotho. They kill for Clotho, for all a tiny promise Clotho gave them, which she has no intention of honoring. Right answer. He signed the contract, enforces it. He is extremely dangerous. And he could be extremely useful. He knows everything. The vampires contaminate him and torture him by feeding him the wrong blood group. He is broken and tells them everything. The graveyard keeper, the guarantor of the contract. Clotho must kill the keeper, then the ancient curse will return. The priest is no longer needed. Right answer. He's the key to the contract. He must die. He's the key to breaking the contract. He must die. Black magic doesn't affect him. He's protected by the power of the ancient god. Vampire's ambush didn't work out either. They were turned into vampire jaws. Clotho knows he's going to use the ancient portal. Clotho devises a mighty ritual. Enchanted by this ritual, the portal will not obey his will. The portal kills him. The fourth graveyard keeper. It enhances magic, the perfect place for such rituals. The vampires were ordered to assist. The vampires will remain in this place forever. Nothing must interrupt the ritual. The great blast is inevitable. The fourth keeper is doomed. When the ritual is complete, Clotho notices a spy. Clotho sends vampires to kill the witness. This place was always meant to be a grave, perhaps. Misty Quagmire. Right answer. This memory is returning home. Despite the pain she has inflicted on Clotho, Clotho still loves her. She's the only warm and kind thing left in Clotho's life, and Clotho knows she killed her. Screaming, fire, despair, unto death, no more memory, but she survived. Jane. Clotho drinks powerful potions one after another in hopes of killing herself. Clotho's true identity is forever lost. There's no way to reconstruct it. Henceforth, Clotho lives within this cauldron. Amnesia. Right answer. We must go back right now. She'll die in a few more seconds. Yeesh. Between worlds. Good work, Keeper. Things turned out great, I should think. What's happening to her? Don't worry. It's just a common trance. Go ahead, rouse her. And now, Clotho will help us stop the ancient curse. Spectacular. Clotho, can you hear me? Master Alaric, I don't like this. She's not breathing. That's impossible. We were back in time. Something's gone. Clotho! Where am I? Thank God. Can you hear me? It's Graveyard Keeper, your friend. Graveyard Keeper. I remember you. Please try to remember. The Necronomicon, the ancient curse, vampires, your sister Chain. Do you remember any of this? I remember warm wind, drops of rain, the smell of jasmine. That's all. Oh no, I remember something else. You promised to marry me. We failed again. The brothers were right. I am a useless loser. What do you think? Why did it not work? I don't know. Damnation. I'm tired of all these riddles. They've plagued my whole life. We could try again. Try what? Her mind can't handle it. And it would be useless. Everything is useless. We've lost, Keeper. Summon the courage to admit it. Nothing can stop the ancient curse. All you can learn is from my mistakes. There's no use sacrificing yourself for others. Just try to survive whatever is coming. Live your own life while you still can. The walking dead is nearly upon us. What? You want an award? Of course. It's just another job for you. Fine, take this apple. It's golden. Are you satisfied? I am. Thank you, but don't thank me. I stole this apple along with the cloak from Clotho's home. The only thing I can do now is return home and get some sleep. I hope there won't be any monsters waiting for me near my home. This is strange. If the Vampire Queen is old Clotho who used to send those monsters to kill me, he returned. He turned into a bat. Yep, he's a vampire, a monster. You wouldn't make a very happy pair, believe me. Seriously, nothing. Do I just have to go home and sleep? I guess I'll return back to the refugee camp and talk with Teodoro. because apparently, when asking him about the quagmire before, didn't do it well enough. Oh, do you remember your parents well? I was 6 years old when they were executed, but yes, I remember them, especially my father. I remember his warm palms, his extraordinary glasses which were always falling off his nose. He quietly muttered as he worked. He drew funny little faces in the corners of his work. I even remember the strange mechanical seagull he crafted for me that called like a crow. What did he study? Or what did you study? Typical aristocrat study at town university, but I chose another path. I had little interest in their endless lectures and about faith and patriotism. I desired true knowledge. So where did you get this knowledge? I borrowed it from my dead father. His notes, his drafts, his books, everything I could find. After all, he'd been officially recognized as the best university scientist ever. What exactly... Wait, why are you always coughing? It's one of those illnesses that torture patients who keeps their doctors well fed. No treatment exists. My father suffered the same. He invented this device. Look, you spray it in your mouth and the trouble passes. An inhaler. In my world, in my native land, that's quite a common thing. I hope it's a happier place than our own, wherever it is. I've asked them, I begged them, but they wouldn't let me take this thing to prison. What happened to your parents? As you already know, the Inquisition sentenced them to fire, heresy for practice of black magic. According to the court's notes, the Necronomicon obsessed my parents and drove them insane. What do you think happened? I think that there were far too many people who wanted to get rid of my father. They envied his intelligence, his success, his fame, his very existence reminded them of their own insignificance. His downfall was only a question of time. He was doomed. The town has no need of such people. It requires obedient mediocrity. And do you have any evidence? My pain and hatred are my evidence, keeper. Dislike of Alaric? I don't mean to offend you, but my relationship with Alaric is none of your business, keeper. I will never forgive him, and that's all you need to know. What happened to your father's inventions? They don't exist anymore. I destroyed everything. Seriously? But why? They could have helped lots of people. How many people helped my father when the Inquisitors led him to the fire, tormented and broken? Even his colleagues, university professors, his dear friends, they didn't even come. Not to my father's cell, nor to the executioner's square. But 5 years ago, they declared that my father's works belonged to the university. Of course, the courts took their side, so I brought it to them. 5 boxes of ash. For many long years, I searched for revenge and for a way to destroy the Inquisition. I might have even joined the cult in the end. But my destiny lay in a different direction. What happened? Some Inquisitors broke into my home and captured me and threw me into a cell. They explained nothing and just said that my execution would be soon and went away. There were 6 of us sentenced to death for unknown reasons. Can you imagine it? And your plans? One day I will return, and all the things I swore to do in that cell I'll do. The Inquisition, the royal authority, the bureaucracy, all must perish. Revolution, it reminds me of someone. No more authority, no more officials, no more inquisitors. That means war, violence, suffering, lots of innocent victims. Is that what you want? If it's for the greater good, yes. As many victims as it takes. Well, at least, thank you for your honesty. I have already done that. You will forever haunt me. Oi. Okay, so even that's done. We're up to... No, I need 10 and then finally 12. Okay, so I guess we're just going to go home sleep and hope that all comes to be better. That can't be the end of it. Surely not. But I did get the golden apple, and from what I researched, the end of this DLC does give you a golden apple. I don't understand. So that's it? It's just doomed? Oh! Graveyard Keeper, in the name of King Joe the Seventh, you are under arrest. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Listen, guys, maybe we can slow things down here and find a good solution that's good for everybody. The Lord Commander, the King's Philanthropy of the Northern Lands awaits you for your trial. Crap. But I have a right to a lawyer, right? And I'm allowed to remain silent? Sounds like he's asking for a beating. I agree. How uncivilized. Are you excited, Keeper? You should be. You've got a problem. A big problem. Quasimodo? Heradric? What's going on here? I don't know yet, but it's definitely not anything good. You're damned right, Innkeeper. It'll be boring at first. Interrogations, court, trial, sentencing. But in the end, it will be spectacular. A double burning. I'm literally best friends with the leading person. This bitch. It is so splendid, my lady, that you agreed to dine with me today. How can I resist your charms? No doubt. Sentence. You begin the trial with the sentence. Why not? Isn't the case clear enough? Heradric and the Graveyard Keeper concealed and aided fugitives and heretics. And the sentence is obvious, death by burning, with the right to appeal to the sentence afterwards. You know it's not easy to burn me, they already tried once. We didn't help the fugitives. Poor naive Keeper, do you think my spell just changed the way you smell? Alas, at any time of day or night I could look upon the world with your eyes, listen with your ears, or even smell with your nose. You realize I'm immortal. I will literally just come back and I will end your ass, period. Regarding heretics, paragraph S27, you will be burned. Any questions? I have one. According to paragraph M88, paragraph S27 only applies if the defendants have hair on their feet and the crime involves cattle. And during odd years. Heradric is right. My dear lord, this is nonsense. Just do it, and I promise the most magnificent date of your life. Just the two of us, no heretics and their helpers, no rowdy soldiers, no stinky, tongue-tied, creepy hunchbacks. My lord, you could certainly do it despite the laws, but what would our king say? Silence, you fool. The king would never learn of it. Are you sure? One of the stinky, tongue-tied, creepy hunchbacks you mentioned might. Just tell him, for instance. My lord, your gesture is unbearable, and that smell, even my unique freshener couldn't cope with his smell. Banish him. Enough! Silence! All of you! Keeper, Heradric, you're free to go, but warn your fellow fugitives. They and their whole camp will be eliminated. You have the solemn word of the Lord Commander. Well, I'm literally immortal, so good luck killing me. And so is Heradric. Hey, actually, he brought up the fact that they tried to burn him and then Griswold saved his ass. I don't think I can tell you. Nope. Okay, so once again, I will be back when it's daytime. See you then. And we are back, and Jesus, this is almost an hour and a half long. Oh, come on, dude, just stand still. Thank you. The Lord Commander's coming to kill us all. Marquise, I have to warn you, your enemies have learned of your whereabouts. The Lord Commander from the Mount Fort has vowed to eliminate your camp. I'm sorry to have to tell you this. Then we have only one option. I see, but where will you go? We're not going anywhere. We're going to stay right here and protect ourselves. Marquise, this is total madness. You can't stand against trained soldiers from the mountain fort. We didn't come all this way to become helpless refugees again, Keeper. Marquise, listen to... Enough. I've made my decision. We won't run. We will fight. Only one question remains. Will you stand ready to help us once more? As long as you don't mean to fight for you, sure, I'm ready. No, actually fighting No, not actually fighting. Rather, we need weapons and fortifications. Will you provide them? If you insist. I do. Set the stakes around the camp, and you'll have another reward when this is over. Okay, well, first things first, let me try and... Let's get the Undertaker's place taken care of first, at least. Weapons and fortifications, you say? Oh, Jesus. We need nearly the full thing again anyways. So I may as well finish off the tanner's shop and all that other... Okay, so this is definitely going to take a little while, so I will see you all when it is done and dusted. Alrighty, everybody. So, oh, no, and she left. Well, I was looking away. Where did you go? Looking for White Cat. White Cat. Where on earth did she... There she is. Here we are. I had a 50% discount for the Inquisitors. Damn them. They don't even deserve 10%. I've made a workbench you have asked of. Thank you so much, although I'm not comfortable asking you for anything else. In fact, I am in need of something. My son said to me in his note that he is going to a forest with his friends. They'll be robbing the wealthy and giving the money they steal to the poor. But they need special costumes for protection against the mosquitoes, and enemy arrows. They're also good for picking up girls. What is this, Robin Hood Men in Tights? I've decided to make these costumes from leather dipped in cow's milk and egg yolks. I already have enough leather, but... Animal farm. Build an animal farm. I know, but this will be for... And I'll let you buy my best bags, the kind we are... Well, basically all of that is useless to me at this point, but, we are now at 12 out of 12, and I do happen to have the last requirements. Let's send this out. Teodoro, your stakes look frightening. It's perfect. Our foes will think twice before attacking us. I spoke to our people. Most of them are ready to take up arms to defend each other. Did some refuse? Alaric tried to persuade everyone that my plan was meaningless and dangerous. In his opinion, we either run or die. The damned coward. I should have banished him long ago. He's spoiling morale and undermining my credibility. Anyway, I don't want to discuss it. We need a rack of swords. Can you make one? I can, but Master Alaric... Then I kindly bid you make haste. Now I must return to my research. Feeling too lazy to make them on my own. Maybe I should buy swords from Quasimodo. Oh boy. How many swords? Thank goodness I've got all this money. Create a rack of swords. Build an animal farm. Quality chisels. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Quasimodo, where are you at? Is he really not on my list? There you are. Oh, it doesn't say. Create a rack of swords. Alright, but even then, where would I make that? I guess we go back to Sweet Home. We grab the last bit of money that we will be able to make for a while. And, yeah, so as far as I can tell, this is the last of what I can do in the game. So, at the end of this particular video, this is probably going to be the very last one. So, you know, it's been a hell of a journey. A little over 300 hours, but most of that is due to prep and off-screen work and me just not using the zombies when I could have been and so on. I know a lot of people can get stuff done a lot faster, but, well, as for me, I like to move at my own speed. Speaking of which, I am not moving at the speed that I would like. I would like the very last bit of money that you're probably ever going to give me, Roderick. 24 silver. Man. I'm still planning on recording the Kingdom Come Deliverance series. It is a little bit harder for me to record that one because it's harder for me to make it entertaining. Also, please leave me a comment. Let me know down in the comment section, do you want them to be kept at the hour and a half long kind of state? Or do you want them in 30-minute chunks like how I've been doing this one? Though those will be far more heavily edited. So, please let me know, because that is very important on, you know, that way I'm producing something that not only am I proud of, but something that, you know, you guys actually want to watch. Oh, am I finally going to see Quasimodo actually, like, walk out of there? Or is he just gonna, like, pop up out of the ground? What? Where the hell did you come from? Maybe I'm from under there. I don't know. Quasimodo, you confuse me. You said a rack of swords, not Damascus, not steel. Swords. God, I hope this is right. There's 3 gold. I've literally bought all of the swords that I can. This is probably once again made at something stupid. Is it also down here in the, oh, what's it called? The church workbench? Universal bag. No, actually. Where the hell do I make this? Perhaps the anvil. Though I highly doubt that. Is it something I can make in here? Not that I see. Something truly stupid? No. Also no. One moment, I guess. Let me look up where the hell I make this. So, one moment, please. Okay, so apparently I actually need a few more things. So first things first. apparently it is specifically an upgrade inside of the refugee camp, which obviously should have come to mind immediately. Everything else has been built there, so why would this be built anywhere else? I need to make 5 steel swords. How many do I have? Steel sword, yikes. Okay, so I guess we're equipping that, and then we're just putting the rest of these... because it specifically says steel sword, so I don't think steel sword with a gem will actually work. So I need to make 3 of them. Ooh, but for that I will need more... Really? 2, 4, and then I will need 1 more, so I guess... Let me, make a single craft. Not enough resources. Oh my god, I don't have any clay. Okay, you know what? How about we sleep, go into town, and just buy what we need. Besides, it's Merchant's Day. I can sell him, I don't know, a gold bar and some silver bars and other stuff. Get more money and then spend more money and then just get this taken care of. Alright. I got the beams, but I also need some flitch and nails, I want to say. Because the last thing that we're going to need is apparently a watchtower. So it was 18 beams, I believe. Let's just get this done up real quick. Then we'll go and buy the steel parts. Of course, it's not going to be quite that quick because, as it is, we will be also needing to... Can I just sell that somewhere? Because I've tried to eat it, I can't. Dead horse. You know what? Maybe the merchant will buy it. That's a big fat no. Pardon me. Oh, and apparently he only buys silver bars. Oh well. Griswold, give me your steel parts, because I don't think that you sell steel swords. You might. Trade. I need 1 steel part. 1 more steel sword that, actually, I can not spend that, buy that, and I've got enough to make 2 others. Screw it. There you are. Sweet home. Alright, let's get this made. Alright, and let's start walking back up towards the refugee camp. Because after I make this, actually no, I don't think that I can. I think this requires all 12 happiness. So this will be another waiting simulator for me. It'll be mere moments for all of you, but for me... well, that's how the cookies crumble anyways. Yep. Needs all 12. Son of a gun. Oh well. I'll see you all back here in just a moment. Alrighty everybody, and here we go. Let us build the sword rack. go and talk with... Nope, you gotta go and build it first. Physically build it. And now... I don't see Teodoro up here. So is he further down? There he is. And now he's walking around. Why must you do this to me, Teodoro? Why can you not stand still? Literally, you are lengthening this video just by being an asshole. The swords are ready. Perfect. Our people have already mastered their wooden sticks. It's time to practice with swords. As for me, I've studied some books on the art of siege. We'll soon be entirely ready. Not without any fucking planting beds, you won't. How can I help you anymore? The only chance they have of breaking our defense is to attack unexpectedly, but we can eliminate that threat. You're talking with a viewing tower? Viewing tower? Exactly. Build it, and Mountain Fort will never be able to touch us. No way. A tower. Crap. Go ahead and imagine it's already done. And this is why I needed all of those damn beams. Should be the last. Oh god, you need the full 13. Son of a gun. Alright, well, that's a little bit more waiting for me. So, once again, I shall be right back. Alrighty, everybody, sorry about that. It looks like we are now ready to build the observation tower. This is going to take a whole hell of a lot of editing. I've been recording now for roughly 5 hours, but only about an hour and 40-something minutes so far is what I've been talking through and for. So let's get this taken care of, shall we? Because this is going to take me a hell of a long time to edit. And there it is. Your viewing tower is so nice. Did you remark its beauty? It's not bad, but I wouldn't call it especially beautiful. It's so much more than a tower. It's a symbol of freedom. A symbol of fairness. I think your work here is complete, my friend. Strengthened camp. Lord Commander doesn't have the power to overcome our defenses. You've done so much more than we could have ever expected of you. Of course, this award which we pitched together for the last is so little of the balance for what we owe you. But I hope our eternal gratitude will compensate for the difference. Well, gratitude in addition to material things is better than just gratitude. I also prepared a speech for such an... Wait, something's wrong. Marquis, terrible news. What? Tell me, speak. A huge group of soldiers from the town, the whole army, just entered the mountain fort. There's no way we can hold off such an attack. Master Alaric was right. We have to run before it's too late. I hear you, but keep silent for a moment now, please. I don't want everyone to panic. I just need a little time to think this through. There must be a solution. It can't be the end. It can't. All this, it can't all be for nothing. Keeper, do you have any ideas? I'm afraid. Both of you, leave me here, please. I must think. I must think. There must be a solution. I doubt he needs my compassion. It's better to leave him be for now. So what all did we get? Looks like we got some gold, perhaps? A big universal bag. The recipe for a big universal bag. the books. Go ahead and use those. And you know what? While we're on that particular type of thing, may as well unlock all of the technologies that we haven't so far. So, let's go ahead and unlock Surgeon, or Surgery, Zombie Alchemy Workbench, and that's as far as I can get because the rest of this is all still locked behind stuff that I don't know. Let's try and get as much of this taken care of as possible. That's fairly well set to do. All that's fairly well set to do. And the same with that, really. So, yeah, I suppose we just come down and through here. And that seems to be everything that we can do for now. Okay. I have a feeling that I'll be able to talk to him once he stops. This place really did take shape with all the roads, didn't it? I know it's late, but don't go in. You bastard. Okay. Let me, I guess, check known NPCs and see if there's anything else that I can do. No, so once again I will have to pause this and wait till morning. I shall be right back. Never mind! Holy crap, just teleported back home. Oh well, guys, you must be confused. Your Lord Commander let me free. So it was nice seeing you, but come by again some other time, but right now I'm a little busy. We weren't sent by the Lord Commander, so shut up and follow us. You're looking at me weird. Something is wrong here. Are you sure I have no choice? Oh, you have a choice. You can refuse and we can kill you immediately. Incidentally, we can even bury your corpse for an additional fee. You can always go fuck yourself. It's an incredibly attractive offer, but no. I think I'll save my money and come with you. Oh, this bitch. Of course. I'd like to say it's a pleasant surprise, but wasn't it you who tried to convince the Lord Commander to incinerate me the last time we met? Return to the mountain fort, my friends. Your work here is done. And as for you, Keeper, you can relax. What's the use of bringing up silly old quarrels? I'd like to give you another chance to earn my respect and my friendship. And something even more intimate. I'm not interested. I'm not interested, I have my beloved. I've heard that one before, but every time it ends the same. All males are the same. Shut the hell up. The lesser evil. But as you wish, I can pay you another coin. Rescue your princeless refugees from the Lord Commander's soldiers. The old fool is completely on the hook for me. He'd defy the king if I asked. And what am I supposed to do, assuming I agree? Nothing special. 5 emulsions of death. And why? The emulsions will prepare the bodies for the mountain fort soldiers for transformation. What transformation? Begin with a small injection of the emulsion disguised as a remedy for diarrhea. There will be a few weeks of invisible mutations, and then hours of torment, then oblivion, then silent death. Then I shall revive them as obedient and nearly invulnerable undead servants. Far more powerful than common zombies, and without the nasty smell, almost. Ghouls don't exist. Everyone knows that. You're right. However, your old friend Clotho found a way to make the fantasy a reality. She came up with a ritual for raising ghouls, and I got the scroll. Already used it a couple of times. And the results surpassed my expectations. And you can't make these yourself? Black alchemy is difficult to practice in secret. I can't afford to take such risk. My reputation as an inquisitor must remain absolutely pure, for now. Why can't I just kill her? Besides, the preparations for emulsions require dark brains. Fortunately, the Inquisition has prisoners. They're burned along with their brains. Except when they're killed or when they're trying to escape. Or, Jesus, these poor fugitives. Do you really need them just for dark brains? No, I have something more. Of course. Your friend Alaric didn't tell you that it was I who threw him out the hint of rescuing the prisoners. I don't get it. There's a time for everything. Let me guess. It was you who sent those monsters to kill me. And why would you say that? It was you, thanks to your stinky smell. You knew the whole time where I was and what I was doing. Not bad, but don't worry. The aroma you hate so much will dissipate soon enough. And it was your fault. The magic that Alaric used on Clotho didn't work. A few drops of jasmine juice, and Alaric's final chance to stop the ancient curse was lost. Bingo, my dear. Then I want to kill you. I want to end this shit. However, thank you for your investigation. It was amusing to say the least, observing your meaningless efforts. What the hell do you need them for? It all sounds crazy. This is so typical of People Keeper. They don't understand, they all call it crazy. You know what? Let me just hit the space bar and fucking end you. And if I refuse, you change from a potential partner to an unwanted witness. I can easily fucking dispose of you. I am literally immortal. It is time for you to choose. Keeper, I grow tired. Your plans are monstrous. Don't count on my help. Are you sure? Moment of truth. Maybe she's right. Maybe she'll win. Blah, blah, blah. I refuse. Because of the rest of your life, you'll live with the appearance of the most disgusting creature ever. A skunk. If she does it, I'll remain a skunk forever. Wait a second, that's home. No, Alpha, for your two, your magic could be dispelled by someone. But if you killed me and threw my body into the water, everyone would figure I drowned while fishing. Nobody would suspect you. That's an interesting idea. I could even... yeah, Quasimodo. Everyone would be better off without him. Yeah. Yes, I like it. And of course, I'm immortal. I wonder how this is gonna turn out. I show up and stab her in the fucking back? Yes. Bye-bye, as you say. I have died. Come on. Yup. And you know what? For the ancient god doing this kind of shit to me, good. No smell. By throwing me into the water, she must have destroyed her own smell. Now I must expose Beatrice, and I'll tell the Lord Commander everything. Might be difficult to convince him, because he likes her, but Quasimodo hates her. Maybe he can help me with this. Okay. Hey now. Game, you are very much... you were not running like this a few minutes ago. What's going on here? Oi. Tell him everything. Quasimodo, I have some extremely important information for you and the Lord Commander. Lady Beatrice is planning to inject all of the soldiers on the mountain fort with death emulsion. And after that, she's going to revive them all as ghouls. Why aren't you saying anything? Trying to figure out whether you're drunk or off your nut. She's a nasty bitch, I can't argue with that. But ghouls, I swear to God, yes, everyone says so, but I'm not lying, you're all in great danger. I don't have time for stupid jokes. Stab me and I will fucking come back and show you. Oh, believe me, I need to talk with him again, but I don't have the scroll. Okay. Okay. Oh, God, why are you being like this? Is it the fog? No, it's just the game in general. It's... oh my God. I don't know what the hell's going on. You'll find a scroll of ghoul raising among Beatrice's stuff. And then you'll know I'm telling the truth. Let me get this straight. You're saying I should search through the Inquisitor's stuff. Is that it? They'll quarter me. The Lord Commander will protect you. Protect me? That old fool has one thought in his head. Serenading his lovely Beatrice. He'd rather send half his soldiers to the bonfire than quarrel with her. You're right, forget everything I told you, it was just a bad joke. Yeah, fuck it. To me, what plans? She said your death would be an opportunity to frame the nasty twerp Quasimodo, and everyone would be better off with that stinky hunchback rotting in prison. She's the only one who calls me nosy twerp. And she thinks that she can frame me? So you believe me? This changes nothing. It's a certain death to go against her. 3 gold? I've got him right here, buddy. Tomorrow night, I'll be here with the scroll, if it exists. Perfect. Excellent. How dare you? I wonder, can I run across Beatrice back at the beach? She's like, hey, so remember me? Okay, well, there's that. Let us go back to Sweet Home. And then I will see you all tomorrow night. Alrighty, and we are back. Quasimodo, there he is. So let's say he should be here. How about that scroll? Did you succeed? Dude, I have to say, that was really cool. I hope you didn't leave any evidence of your search. Of course not. I only put a rotten fish in her pillow and wrote a naughty word in her mirror with her lipstick. I just couldn't help it. And the scroll, do you have it? What scroll? Calm down, just a joke. Yeah, it is. Interesting. Looks like it's a torn page from the Necronomicon. As I recall, all the pages of the Necronomicon were intact. Well, let's put an end to this, and let's go to the Lord Commander. My mirror, my pillow. I demand you punish the stinky hunchback immediately. Don't worry, my dear. As soon as we get back to the fort, I'll put him on the rack. Keeper, how could... Yes, how indeed? Lord Commander, you should know something about your fine lady. She is a villain. She's planning to kill all of your people and raise a ghoul army. Yes. Laugh all you want. Look at this scroll, my lord. I found it in Lady Beatrice's room during the search that she's protesting. What is this abomination, my dear? Do you know something about this? Nothing, my lord. I'm seeing it for the first time, just like you. For the first time. Are you sure? The thing reeks of your revolutionary, unique freshener. The one you used in my home. Indeed, it is a familiar aroma. My lord, it's just awful slander. They're trying to pull us apart. How could I be planning something so terrible if I love you? You love? Is it true? Oh, of course she does. Look, I even found a love note among her stuff. During the search, you already know about. My sweetheart Quasimodo. Can you imagine my disgust when the elderly maniac tries to touch me, etc.? What the hell? Elderly? Elderly? Soldiers, arrest Lady Beatrice. Miserable worms, you can't even imagine the power you seek to resist. My defeat means nothing. The true king, purified by betrayal, damnation, and holy fire, will deliver everyone to the justice they deserve. The end is nigh! I can't believe. How could she? And after all I did, Keeper, it seems that you've saved us from the gravest of dangers. How can I ever thank you? Well, you could promise to leave the refugees alone, and of course I wouldn't turn down a material reward. A gold? And I promise, and here's your reward. Oh, I don't feel well. My migraine has returned along with my rheumatism. This is the blasted nervous tick. Soldiers, we're going home. You know, I like that elderly maniac after all. It's so easy to manipulate him. I never imagined the old love note trick could work so perfectly. The right timing was key to success. When did you write that? The day after that arrogant bitch came to the fort. Fair enough. And now back to the refugee camp. My god, this thing's gonna be at least 2 hours long. Dude, oh no. No! Everybody's in bed! It's just barely past. I don't like any of you. I don't like any of you at all. You know what? Screw it. Hey, Alaric, can you do anything with this page? Of course not. Once again, for literally the umpteenth time in this fucking video, I'll be back. Alrighty, everybody, and here we are once again. So, now it is just a matter of finding him. Nope, so he must be down. Or, no, he's right here. Yep. Okay. The refugees and you are safe. I've done all I can, Marquis. Nothing is threatening your people anymore. Neither the Lord Commander's soldiers nor the Inquisitors will disturb you. I knew that trusting you was the best decision that I ever made. Look at all of these people. They're alive thanks to you. You'll have your reward immediately, and our gratitude is impossible to measure with material things. People, everyone, come! Friends, my friends. We have fought like hell and we've won. All the threats we were facing, it's all behind us. Each of you is a hero. And together, we are a true bastion of courage, friendship, and loyalty. This place will be our new home, a shelter for anyone who wishes to join our brotherhood. And we must thank the Graveyard Keeper, for he was the one who made this future possible. Hooray! For he was a jolly good fellow. But that's not all. I swear one day we shall return to our native land, to town. With fire and sword, we shall restore justice and reclaim everything we once had. Maybe even more. I swear this before you remember this day and these my words. For he's a jolly good fellow. And go speak with the old man. Oi. The hell are you gonna do now? What are you going to do now that the threat to the refugees is past? The best thing I can do now is to get as far away from Teodoro and his people as possible. I'm not sure Teodoro will ever find the strength to forgive me, or that I will forgive myself. And where are you going? I'll try to find the Desert Witch. She's said to be the wisest of women. Perhaps she knows of another way to stop the ancient curse. Though I don't have much hope left. Then I can only wish you good luck. Good luck to you too as well, Keeper. Take care of yourself. You're a good man, and today you made this disgusting world a better place. Thanks, I hope so. Maybe today he'll tell me his secret. Why does Teodoro? I think I know. Perk persistence. Despite all the danger and risk, you courageously faced down your enemies and won. Your backbone has gotten firmer, and yeah. When I close my eyes, I see my brothers. Oh, how I miss them despite everything. My guess is it was him who actually either put his parents to the fire, or was the one who orchestrated it. I know what you want to ask. I was the one who inflicted upon Teodoro the most awful pain of his life. As a senior inquisitor, I was responsible for the case of his parents. I was the chairman on the court, the man who decided their sentence and handed it down. And it was I who gave the signal to ignite the wood. Were they really obsessed with black magic? I tried to interrogate them, but they were like wild animals. I had to use black magic just to penetrate their memory. Within their minds, I found nothing but ruins covered with cold darkness. They'd forgotten each other, their son, themselves. Why didn't you destroy the cause of the tragedy, the Necronomicon? I wanted to, but the counselors sold it to the university. The war against heretics required more money. You think the sentence was a mistake? No. Death was the best release for them. But I could have done so much more for their poor orphan, and now it is far too late. Technically, everything ended well, but I still feel a bit uneasy. We got in Lady Beatrice's way, but we didn't stop her, and who knows what other diabolical plan she has. Who knows whether the Desert Witch will tell Master Alaric anything useful, or whether he'll find her at all. The Marquis and the refugees are safe, but that speech was worrying. Obsession with revenge is an awful thing. Nevertheless, I did my best, and I have no regrets. Okay, I'm going to once again teleport to my house. So help me, Beatrice, if you are there. Okay. Well, that's gonna be it. I have recorded now for roughly going on 5.25 hours. So, this video is going to be extremely edited. There will be many cuts, and for that I apologize in advance. However, with that done, that's the end of everything that I really can do, except for a couple of tiny side quests here and there, like making a farm, or 5 gold quality steel chisels, which I'm honestly not really interested in. It's just the last few touches of the camp, and quite frankly, it takes way too damn long to wait for the happiness to come back, and I'm exhausted. So, with that all being said, thank you for watching this series. Thank you for watching this video. Hell, if you somehow managed to get here to the end of this damn thing, that was a feat in and of itself, and I thank you for that. I have been Will. You have been awesome. And I will see you in the next series. Later.